the Kia Sportage. It's one of the new breed of crossover vehicles designed to give fashion-conscious car buyers the best of both worlds by combining the desirability and practicality of an SUV with the running costs and driving experience of a normal car. The big question is though, can this Kia tempt people away from some prestigious brands such as BMW and Land Rover? To find out, we are going to compare it to the X1 118D and the new front-wheel drive Freelander 2 ED4 for driving dynamics, interior quality, ownership costs and style, which is where we'll start. If you didn't know better, you could be forgiven for thinking the Sportage was a concept car, not something you can actually buy. It has some neat details such as LEDs in the headlamps, sporty roof bars and bold alloy wheels. The design isn't only dramatic, it's cohesive too. Just look at how the shape of the grille is repeated in the windscreen rail. With its aggressive looking face and that familiar kidney grille, the X1 is instantly recognisable as a BMW, while the rugged looking Freelander 2, well, it has that enviable Land Rover image. Despite those premium badges though, in our experience it's the Kia which attracts the most admiring glances from onlookers. Inside, the Sportage has a quality feel to match that of its premium rivals. The cabin feels very well built too. In fact, we're not surprised Kia has the confidence to give the car a 7-year warranty. You get absolutely loads of standard equipment, especially if you go for the top spec 3 sat-nav version. For instance, it has a panoramic glass sunroof, leather seats that are heated not only in the front, but in the rear as well, climate control and, as the name suggests, a satellite navigation system, which has a handy parking camera and one of the best iPod interfaces we've ever used. In the back seats, there's plenty of room for adults. As for the boot, its capacity is an impressive 564 litres. And, of course, you can fold the rear seats down if you need to carry large items. Overall though, the Land Rover is the roomiest, but the Kia still trumps the BMW, which has the least amount of space for rear passengers and the smallest boot. The X1 also has the lowest ride height, and it therefore feels the most like a normal car from behind the wheel. What's more, its rear drive chassis handles brilliantly. But while it's undoubtedly the most fun to drive, the X1's heavy steering and weighty gear change ultimately limit its ability as a user-friendly family crossover. The Land Rover takes the opposite approach. With the highest driving position here, you get a great view of the road ahead, while the softer suspension provides a supple ride over bumps. There is a trade-off though, because the tall body leans quite a bit in the bends, and the steering is pretty slow too. I mean, look at this. Nothing's really happening. By comparison, the Kia feels more precise and agile. Overall, it delivers a nice balance between the comfort of the Freelander and the cornering ability of the BMW. And while this particular car's 1.7 litre diesel won't have quite the same punch as the 2 litre in the X1 and the 2.2 in the Land Rover, it never feels underpowered. You can get the Sportage with 4-wheel drive, but even this 2-wheel drive version can cope with some mild off-roading, which isn't something we'd recommend you do in the BMW. Finally, we need to talk about cost, and as you'd imagine, the Kia fares very well. For this top specification version of the 2-wheel drive model of the Sportage, you're looking at a sniff over £23,000, and that means it's more than £1,000 less than the entry-level 2-wheel drive version of the BMW X1. And if you want the same kit on this as you get on the Kia, you're going to have to spend an extra £3,000. If you want the same thing on the Land Rover Freelander, you're going to have to go for the HSC model, and it costs £33,000. Capable of up to 54.3 miles per gallon, the Sportage can't be beaten in terms of its fuel economy either. It also has the lowest carbon dioxide emissions of 135 grams per kilometre. It will also hold its value better come resale time because it suffers the lowest rate of depreciation, thanks partly to that industry-leading 7-year warranty. When you consider all this, and then factor in the head-turning looks, quality interior and decent driving experience, the Kia Sportage is a worthy winner of this Auto Express group test.